Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to my channel here on YouTube. I'm back on. I'm not doing any more Tis the Season. It's the day after Christmas, Boxing Day, and Kwanzaa. So happy Kwanzaa to you people that celebrate it here, and also to our Canadian brothers up north that are celebrating Boxing Day. I hope you get a lot of good deals because it's like your Black Friday. I respect that holiday. Now we're going to just review a bunch of random movies before we get to 2019. This first one is a 2018 movie that I enjoyed. I thought it was fun. I liked it. I know the critics were not a fan of it. It's not a movie meant for critics. It has The Rock in it, and it's Rampage. Yeah, I did play this video game when I was a kid. I played the NES version with the giant gorilla and the giant lizard creature going up a building and smashing the windows and everything. I remember the game very well. I never played the arcade or the N64 version, but I played the original NES game. Is this a faithful adaptation? In a way, yes, and in a way, no. They have the monsters on the building attacking it, but it's not. It's different from the game. But it's not the worst video game adaptation ever. It really is not. I sat through Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, Double Dragon, and Alone in the Dark. Those are way worse than this freaking movie. This film had a lot I liked. This is one of my honorable mentions of this year. Not my best, just a movie that I liked enough to put as an honorable mention from 2018. The Rock is in the movie. You know, him and this giant albino gorilla George that he does sign language with, and he wants to keep him away from bad people from like experimenting on him and just trying to cure him. And basically, he has to go through the entire movie, trying to protect George and protect the city from the disaster of a wolf that can fly and a giant crocodile. Which, if you want a lot of the crocodile, you don't see it for the beginning of the movie. You see it in the water, and then you don't see it till near the end. So if you thought Godzilla 2014 barely had Godzilla, this barely has a crocodile. You have to wait literally to the very end of the movie. Just a little warning if you want to see this movie. It's a great special effects. I think the special effects look really good. For the budget they had, it's on the screen. It's a giant monster movie with monsters fighting each other. This gives the finger to Pacific Rim Uprising. This is how you do it right, Pacific Rim. You had a dumbass from episode 7 and 8, and the movie still flopped. You know why? No one cared about your lead. The Rock is really good in this movie. I like George. The motion capture on the gorilla looked really well done. I think it looks better than the freaking 8 movies that came out. I'm sorry. Because a gorilla looks better when it's giant and it's smashing shit. That looks better than the freaking sign language apes, which they stole. And, they did that in freaking, what was it, War of the Apes last year. And no one went to go see it. Yeah. Remember, the movies that make money are the ones that are going to get sequels, and they're going to continue. When a movie doesn't meet expectations, it just fails, and people forget about it. This movie's not that bad. The critics said it's forgettable and it's schlocky and it's stupid. That's what I liked about it. Like the last Sharknado, it made me laugh. I thought some of the humor worked for me. There's some comedic stuff that doesn't work with Malin Ankerman. I love that woman. I think she's hot to trot, and I liked her in Watchmen. Here, she's basically the villain. In case you didn't notice, it's not really the monsters, it's her. But she gets it lovely at the end. It's awesome what happens to her. I don't want to spoil too much in case you do want to see this movie. I think it's a guilty pleasure. It's very, very fun. The film has flaws, like I said. It's a little long. There's some slow parts in the middle, which there's a scene where Jeffrey D. Morgan, he could have been cut out of the movie. He's just doing a southern accent. He's basically Donald Trump if he had a southern accent, and he's playing his character from The Walking Dead. Not interesting. I thought he was lame. The lead female lead in this movie sucks. I never liked this actress. I hated her in the Pirate sequels. Dead Man's Chest and At World's End. I thought she was really boring. I forgot her name. That's how forgettable she is. She was also in the recent Bond movies. I don't find her sexy. She has nice skin. That's it. That's all I can say. Her acting does nothing for me. Her and The Rock have about as much chemistry as oil and oil and freaking and cheddar cheese. It just doesn't work. I like motor oil and cheddar cheese. But she's just awful. Like, I don't know why she's in the movie. You could have given that to Zoe Saldana, it would have been the same performance. And Zoe Saldana doesn't have a fake American accent. But the special effects are good on the creatures. When they destroy shit, it looks great. It reminds me of the original Godzilla. and the '98 Godzilla. It reminds me of the remake of King Kong, but it's not 3 hours. It's long enough, but it's not 2.5 hours. It's about an hour and 40 some minutes. So it's long, but not too long. There's some comedic stuff that made me laugh. There's a scene where the guy is in the building and Jeffrey D. Morgan lets him go, and he runs out and he's like, "Woo, I'm escaping!" And then debris just smashes him into a puddle of blood. That was awesome. I was like, wow, I did not see that coming. It's a cartoon, but it made me laugh. That's what. Don't take your monster movie so damn seriously. This is one of those movies. I had fun. I laughed. I liked The Rock in the lead. Him doing the sign language with George was connected. I cared about George when he fell off the building. When he fought the other monsters, he takes care of them lovely. I thought it was badass the way he killed the creatures. The crocodile, I thought it was when it's on screen, it looks really awesome. And like I said, this is what I wanted from the second Pacific Rim that I didn't get in the trailers. I was like, oh, they're ripping off Transformers, and you failed. This did not fail. It made a lot of money worldwide. I'm glad it was a success. Do we need a sequel? No. And I like the director that did San Andreas. Sue me, I like seeing shit blow up in a movie and monsters just going to town. You can't do that with freaking, guys in suits. It's just not going to work now. But this, for an updated monster movie for the 2010s, I think it's a lot of fun. If you haven't seen it, I think it's underrated. It didn't deserve. I'm glad that it has some fans because it's not the worst movie of this year. Oh, this coming from a year where we had a bad Star Wars spinoff, we had a bad sequel to Pacific Rim, we had bad freaking DC animated movies like what was it? The Teen Titans Go to the Movies. Yeah, get the hell out of here. We had bad Marvel movies like Venom. Yeah, that counts. It's Marvel. And we had terrible sequels to horror movies and terrible comedies. So yeah, this is not one of the worst. Oh God, no. I've seen way worse this year. I'd take this any day over Truth or Dare, or I Feel Pretty, or freaking Pacific Rim Uprising, because I don't have to see that movie to know it sucks. That movie takes itself seriously, and it's not funny, and your lead is about as freaking, he's about as appealing as wallpaper. I can't stand Boyega because of what he did in The Force Awakens. I can't stand him. Get him out of my cinemas now. After episode 9, go take a hike, douche nozzle. But anyway, this movie's way better. I think this is not Last Jedi where they destroy, not a city, they destroy the hopes and dreams of fans. This was fun. From every moment that there was an action sequence, when the wolf thing is attacking the soldiers, it reminded me of Kong Skull Island. That movie kicks ass. I don't care what anyone says. That movie was awesome. I wish I saw it in the theater because I like seeing giant monsters fighting each other. I've liked that shit ever since I was a kid. When I was a kid, I saw Godzilla. Then years later, I saw Gamera. Then I saw Rodan. Then I saw Mothra. Then I saw freaking other kaiju movies. The remake of Godzilla and King Kong and everything. I've seen these films, and they make me smile. The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. I saw that when I was a kid. It appeals to me. It's cool to see monsters fight each other when it's not complete shit. Like, this is not Atlantic Rim that Mystery Science Theater ripped apart. This is passable CGI, really passable. And it's based on a video game, and it's not boring, and it takes what we wanted from the game. A bunch of monsters destroying a freaking building. That's all you need. You don't need a deep personal plot with a bunch of gorillas. Let's see what they're thinking. No, let's just have them smash shit and just, not overdo it with product placement like Man of Steel or the Transformer sequels. This movie gives me hope for monster movies because next year we got Godzilla, King of the Monsters, and then after that, Kong versus Godzilla. I'm looking forward to that. I want to see monsters, giant kaiju, just go at each other and destroy things. That's cool. When it's collateral damage for superheroes, they sometimes they take it too far. Here, as a movie that's not a superhero movie, it's fun. And it's fine. It's not The Rock's worst. I think his worst of this year that people said was Skyscraper. It flopped. It's a ripoff of Die Hard. It's Diet. It's PG-13, so it didn't work. This is a PG-13, but it's a strong, very hard-pressed PG-13. It takes a lot of chances. And while it's no Mission Impossible Fallout, it's fun to watch. Turn your brain off, get some popcorn, watch the movie. It's not the worst of not even close. Considering how bad how bad some movies got this year. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care. I'm glad I finally got to review another movie. It's been days, but no more Christmas movies until next year. But anyway, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you in the next review. See you later.